Partnerships. It's one of the things that was harped on at the UNESCO conference, and they said in addressing these issues, partnerships, and more partnerships. How is this applied to it?
Yeah, because, we cannot do it alone. See, government does not have all the answers. You see, I am also an IT person. I've listened to Mr. Enua Nidaman, and he's talking about regulatory measures now. He's talking about co-regulation. He's saying that a time has passed where a particular regulator just come up and give order. That we are facing a society where what we're experiencing now, we've not experienced it before. So we need a multi-stakeholder approach. It's talking about code of practice. It's talking about an open regulation where people coming to deliberate, the stakeholders. And so the partnership we're talking about, MIL, is that when it comes to regulations of this media, we are saying that the government cannot continue the old approach of censorship, of top-handedness. Now, that let's bring in people who are involved. Let's bring in the academic inside. Those who have the theory, let's bring in the practitioners inside, the civil organization, the government inside. Let's bring in the people who are also intergovernmental organizations. Let us sit down on equal platform, not on top-down approach. Let us discuss, let's dialogue, and see, okay, how does it affect you as government? How does it affect you as civil organizations? Now, can we come to a kind of a meeting point where everybody's interest is taken into consideration? I understand that no responsible government will leave his government and all manner of things begin to happen. It's not going to happen. But at the same time, in trying to kill, you don't kill a fly with an hammer. You're going to break the glass. So there should be a measure in such a way that people, every stakeholder is what is enjoying. And collaboration, talking about partnership, is that governments need to do intergovernmental partnership because there are different laws, there are different cultures. I tell people, Mr. Suri, I don't know which state you are from, but what is a speech to you might be a free speech to me. It's about perception. You get the point? And if you don't have that intercultural dialogue, I will not understand you. And one of the ways to live peacefully is to have that intercultural education, literacy. It's part of MIL. MIL is about media literacy, information literacy, intercultural literacy, and digital literacy, all combined together. It's a multidisciplinary approach. So talking about collaboration, we are saying that it's not only about media scholars alone. We talk about psychologists coming in now, talk about education coming in, and talk about all manner of philosophy coming, everybody coming in to see what exactly can be done to make sure that we have a good regulation. And partnership, also governments. UNESCO, that I consult for, you see, we have partnership with governments. You see, like this one we did now, Nigerian government sponsor it, Japan government also put money, Swedish government put money. They didn't say it's only happening in Nigeria, why we put our money there? No, they also supported it. This collaboration, we want the collaboration between the platform owners who we have accused of algorithm. You can see what happened in the Senate when they were called, when Mr. Mark was called, and they were putting questions that he could not answer. He has a platform, but the platform has gone beyond him in terms of usage. So now we're not asking him, look, my friend, this is your platform. You want money. You're a business guy. Forget that you are all giving people platform. These people are business people. They run. They are multi-billion. Their stock, you see how their value in the stock exchange is. Now you run money. How do you get the money? Based on algorithm, based on prioritizing information. And then that is why sometimes they were accused that are you supporting extremism? Because once something like, Boko Haram kill, sorry to use that word,
yes,
kill 10 soldiers, it become a big news. And believe me, everybody will go into that site to see. And this Boko Haram, they know what they are doing. They want free publicity.
So sometimes, now this is an interesting angle. So sometimes we see in cases like this, for instance, Nigeria is facing security challenges, insurgency, kidnapping, and terrorism generally.
Yeah.
And it would seem that the terrorists, the perpetrators of these acts, are getting media mileage. People have spoken out for some form of restraint in giving a voice to the oppressors and not the oppressed. How can this be carried out where you're committed to telling the truth, but then being careful not to glamorize violence and terror?
Yeah, you see, we're coming back to the mindset again, and what Margaret Thatcher called the oxygen theory. Margaret Thatcher saw that many years ago when he was the Prime Minister of Britain, and says like the terrorists are enjoying the publicity, and the media are enjoying the patronage, because when bad news comes up, the terrorists that did the job, they know that media will blow it up because people like such news than real news. And that is the problem of mindset, the attitude of people. Now, the media want to sell. Sorry, you are part of them, Mr. Sidi. They want to sell. Now, they put out such information because they know that people like such information. Now, they come for patronage. The terrorists get their publicity. Now, how do we break the chain? Now, this is where another thing comes up, social responsibility. We can, because the media should tell the truth and say the way it is. But can I say something without mentioning the numbers? Yes, framing. Framing comes in there. And then you have a nation frame before you have journalism. Now, okay, Boko Haram attack, soldiers at a particular point, and then some lives were lost. That's good enough. But by saying that Boko Haram killed about 100 people, 100 soldiers, the Boko Haram will be very happy that this news has got out. That will bring fear in the hearts of people. That will be psychological. This is psychological warfare. That will make the military to melt. Their morale comes down. These are not good. What should have happened is that where there's some attack at a particular point, and then casualties were recorded on the part of the military, that's framed as okay. So they're still telling the truth, but you are not igniting society. But between me and you, press intentionally said those things because why? Don't say their papers.
All right. Well, we'll take a break from this interesting conversation. We'll be back in just a couple of moments, and there'll be more from Dr. Suraj, and we will try to unravel if it still holds to say publish and be damned. Stay with us.